The ACC was one of the most hyped up conferences coming into this season, James, and they have done nothing but disappoint as a conference. There's only maybe 3 or 4 teams tops that you look at and you think they are respectable and even have a chance to make it in the college football playoff.
Shame on you. You just wasted a golden opportunity. You know what I mean, Spence? I'm talking about you had, like you mentioned, 3 or 4 teams we respectfully thought maybe could put in the playoffs. But after this past week, all that told me is Miami, you have no hope for a playoff now. Basically, already 2 losses in your conference. You need 6 teams ahead of you to start losing. And you've lost the head to head, not just to SMU, who is unranked, but you did lose to Louisville at home. Now they're in the top 20. So, hey, maybe it's a quality loss. But Spence, another team that I thought had hopes to get in the playoffs, Georgia Tech needs to beat Georgia to get in. Unless they find a way to win the ACC, if they don't get in the ACC title game, they need to beat Georgia at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium because this defense that showcase in Raleigh, North Carolina against NC State was atrocious. And of course, Haynes King does everything for that team. But now it's like, okay, we see the writing on the wall now. You just have to put the Yellow Jackets behind a wall and see if they can outpass you, which most of the likely is not going to happen. So really, Spence, you're looking at maybe the 2 hottest teams in the conference, Virginia and Louisville, who Virginia's already beaten Louisville this year. And of course, if let's say they go to the ACC title game and Virginia wins again, they're not going to put a team that's lost to one team twice in the playoff. That's just my
Right.
understanding. And then, of course, the usual. The ACC just does not schedule tough opponents. Think about it. There's 4 teams in the top 25, but guess what? I mean, 2 of them lost to unranked teams this week on the road, and the other 2 are just peaking at the right time. Heck, the team we're not even talking about right now is the Pitt Panthers. Shout out LaShawn McCoy and Aaron Darnold's freaking alumni. They're kind of sneaking in. They're 5-1 in the conference. They might be able to get a play in for the ACC title, but right now, Spence, hey, if like I said, if I'm Georgia Tech, you need to beat Georgia in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. No doubt about that. Miami, you're done. You have no hope. You're done right there. And between Louisville and Virginia, hey man, only one of them's getting in. And I know we're gonna. And of course, what if the scenario we got like the Big 12 the one year? TCU beat Kansas State, or Kansas State beat TCU, but TCU still made it after losing the conference. Spence, I'm not gonna lie, man. I thought we were gonna get 2, maybe 3 teams in the playoff, but with their weak strength of schedule and strength of record, I'm only seeing one ACC team getting into the playoff this year.
I wanted to bring that up, James, because what if we get to a world where Notre Dame's in the playoff, Miami's sitting there as a 2-loss team with a win over a 2-loss Notre Dame? We're going to leave them out?
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. If it was me, hey, you know how people say if they see head to head, one should be out. But you already know they're going to say, well, you started off the season 0-2 and you won 10 straight. Miami's lost to 2 non-ranked teams. And it's Miami screwed themselves. Their annual crash out usually happens in November. It was just on the cups of November 1st. And guess what? It happened again, just like in 2017 when they were undefeated and could have went to a playoff. But lost to Pitt, and then went to the Orange Bowl just to get shellacked. Now, you got a compelling case. Notre Dame lost to Miami right out. You're right, but you know what they're going to show, and they're going to show who's been hot and who's been not, and there's no way they're going to put Carson back over Jeremiah Love and the Fighting Irish for sure.
Yeah, the funniest thing that could happen to mess this whole thing up would be Louisville secures themselves a spot in the ACC title game, and then they lose the final game of the season to Kentucky. Then it's like, well, we can't put them in because they lost to a terrible team in Kentucky. But then they go and win the ACC. Does anyone deserve to get in from this conference? Probably not. And I'll say this: we said early at the beginning of the season, maybe we can revisit it now, James. Big 12 or ACC?
Yeah, right now, I remember this. And I said at first, no, man, ACC, they still got teams like Clemson and Florida State. Oh my God. Clemson has lost 5 games for the first time since 2010. And Florida State ain't been above water since the Bama game in week 1, it seems like. They just got their first like ACC win in like the last 12 games, which is insane for a program like them. I'm with you, Big 12 over ACC. Book it now. Texas Tech is better. Freaking BYU's better. Freaking everyone's better. You know what, man?
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
No, tough loss this weekend for the Cougs. But y'all let us know in the comments what teams in the ACC deserve a chance to make the college football playoff, if any at all.
Virginia.
And let us know who you got coming out on top in the ACC at the end of the year.